semi-final. Indeed it is. Argentina do it again. And they set it A with Spain Sunday in New Jersey in the World Cup final.
It's in their blood. The passion, the emotion, the intensity, the fight. It's all they live for. And it's all they live for today. But at the end of the day, it's that man that decides the biggest games and the biggest moments. And his country has counted on him, and boy has he delivered. Messi the difference, but it's the Argentine spirit that wins again and punches their ticket in the final.
The reigning champions of Europe, the reigning champions of South America, for the first time in history will face off in a World Cup final. We cannot wait. Rebecca Lowe, down to you as it finishes here in Atlanta. Argentina 2, England 1.
Our thanks to Stu Holden and to John Strong. That is why they are defending world champions. Argentina, with him in their team, simply never know when they're beaten. England were 4 minutes away from a place in the World Cup final, but then 2 goals inside 6.5 minutes has sent Argentina there to the promised land again. Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Alexis Lalas watching on. Thierry, make sense of that.
Yes, I can actually. The best team won. We talked about it yesterday. A different way was a different game. Grit, attitude, mentality. Argentina played well though today. They played very good football. And I think that England went into a back five too early for my liking. Giving them the ball. They thought I'm not saying that they thought they won the game. It's not true, but they thought they had to defend the lead a tiny bit too early. And after that, obviously, if you're Argentina, you're going to throw strikers, people in the box. But one thing that Scaloni did, exactly the same against Switzerland, Egypt. He put the little man on the right. Not in the middle, into traffic. He put him on the right. They are attracted on his right. Obviously, they're attracted on the right of the opposition to give him the ball in 1v1, to go back on his left and cross. And actually, by the way, he went on his right to cross also. So, what I'm saying is, they're the world champion for a reason. You're going to have the European champion in the final. Argentina, Copa America, obviously, champion. But one thing that I want to say, Argentina can be also the first team to win back-to-back major tournament, Copa America, World Cup, Copa America, and maybe World Cup. This is insane. And once again, the eyes, they switched. Leo, you're different, man.
Yeah, that has never been done before, as Thierry says, for back-to-back major tournaments. They have a big chance now of doing that. Zlatan, when Anthony Gordon scored for England, that goal seemed to change everything, because England then sat in, and it was only on around the hour mark.
England stopped playing when they scored a goal. I don't know why. Tuchel made some changes. He went too defensive, and Scaloni went more offensive. And the way Argentina was playing, they didn't panic. They kept attacking. They hit the post. They had a couple of chances before they scored the first goal. And they kept pushing. They didn't make some panic move. Scaloni kept pushing by putting more offensive players. Martinez came in the end. So, I mean, the best team won, like Thierry said. England, they tried. I think after they scored, maybe they thought they won the game, maybe not, but something happened there. But then you woke up Thierry said the little man, I would say the big man. Just the other games, he got 2 assists today. He stayed on the right side, he kept delivering those crosses, and listen, when Messi switch on, everybody gets scared, even the fans, even us up here in the studio, and well deserved to Argentina, and these fans are enjoying now. Crazy atmosphere. They're gonna sing the whole night. They're gonna sing all the way to the final, and it's gonna be a beautiful final. Spain, Argentina.
As Thierry said, reigning European champions against reigning World and Copa America champions. Alexi, as Landon said pre-game, you don't write off that man, Lionel Messi, but you don't write off this team either.
It's not just Messi,
Yeah.
but what he does and the way that he just feels a moment and takes advantage of the momentum is incredible. And each and every time he does it, we're left with our mouths open wide, just in awe. And I suppose there has to come a time where we shouldn't be surprised, but it's still just an amazing thing to see. I'm sure it's an amazing thing to see anywhere you see it, whether it's on television, certainly here live. Let's go to England first. They are going to go back as players. I think Thomas Tuchel is going to go back as a manager and get that post-mortem done, and they're going to be kicking themselves for the way that they weren't able to see it out. Now, this is the defending champion, so it's certainly not easy, but the way they kind of capitulated, the way they just resolved to just absorb pressure, well, that was their undoing ultimately.
And Lex, are you surprised with the manager of his stature, of Thomas Tuchel's stature, experience and achievements, that he did do that?
Well, I mean, he obviously believed that they could do that, and they've seen it in the past. I mean, you put Burn in to clear balls and everything, and then the best laid plans. And coming up against a team like Argentina, and you could feel the energy, you could feel the momentum. As Z said, you know, the ball's hitting off the post. Some teams would get demoralized by that. Oh, that was the moment, that's what we needed, and now it's not happening. No, they just kept knocking on the door and knocking on the door. And we heard Stu Holden talk about Messi. When you can stop saying things about Messi. Left foot, left foot, left foot. But in this moment, with his right foot, putting that ball in and taking hold of the game, which we've seen time and time again. But you know, England, to a certain extent, beat themselves, but ultimately that got beaten by arguably the greatest player ever to play the game, who still is at the top of his game.
To go back to Thomas Tuchel, what he did wasn't bad. He just did it too early.
Right.
Do you understand? It's different. In my liking, it was too early. And you remember at the beginning of the game, I said I have utmost respect for the Argentinian in the way that they play. That's what I meant. They don't give up. Nico Gonzalez was battling here. Julian Alvarez was stopping crosses, defending headers, blocking the run of Dan Burns for him to not go in the air. They are battling. And those guys, as I said, won 3 major tournaments in a row. They can go 4. I don't know what they put in their water, but I would like some of it.
Zlatan, let's put a bow on England. What will you take away? How will you remember these lovely scenes here of Lionel Messi, but how will you remember that man and his team?
He had a difficult game today. They tried to provocate him. They played him dirty, and he kept cool. To be honest, he kept cool. He acted as a leader. When it comes to the team, we asked ourselves in the beginning of the tournament, how good is the team? What are they able to do? This is the first team they played that is a proper team, with all the respect with Norway and the other guys, the other teams they played. This was a real game to show who you are, what you're able to do. And unfortunately they lost today. They have another game to play against France. I think it's going to be a good game for them also. They have a possibility to take the 3rd spot. So I mean, you're not first, you're not second, but you can become 3rd or the 4th team in the world. So I have to give them credit for what they did so far. Like I said, another game. But today was a test against a proper team. And listen, we are talking about Argentina, the current world champion. Alexi, over to you.
Well, I would expect nothing less. But I know, Rebecca, you are a human being first and foremost, and I know that you are an England fan and what you saw and experienced emotionally, and we see it all over the place. This is an incredible run. You're also an incredible professional in what you do, because I know you're feeling it right now, as all of the England fans are, to get so close. But we love you, and we love this team and what it brought to this tournament.
Thank you, Lex. Thank you. Thank you for the hugs, Thierry, Zlatan. Thank you very much. But my goodness, have we got ourselves a World Cup final on our hands. 4-hour pre-game show starts on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, live from New York. Lamine Yamal and Spain take on that little man, that big man, whatever you call him, he is the best. Leonel Messi and Argentina, Spain, Argentina in the World Cup final. 3 minutes into stoppage time, England got deeper and deeper. Lautaro Martinez putting Argentina into their second straight World Cup final. The dream to make history lives on for everyone back home in Argentina. What a scene in Buenos Aires. We have much more post-match reaction on the way as Argentina, well, they do it again.
Не забывай, мой потерянный рай, что в тебе таится малая. Но не забирай, пока небо сохранит тот май в ней, пока в небо еще сил набрать.